we've been talking about is check for understanding, right? And we've talked about that, and a strategy that we've been working on is called coding of the text, and this strategy is going to help with self-monitoring your comprehension. And it's kind of the same thing of checking for understanding. So we've done a little bit. Remember, I did the coding of the text. I have little ones just for you to look at. The coding of the text.
I did too.
And here's the big one. Remember we were looking at this article, and I read all about, I believe it was just Martin Luther King, and then there was other famous people, and I really keyed on Alicia Keys because I had a connection. And with this, with the coding of the text, what we did was, and I'm going to quickly go over mine, as I was reading, when you code text, it helps you think about what you are reading. So actually you're self-monitoring while you read. And what I did was I said I put a C. Who remembers what C means? Connection. I had a connection, and I said on the part where Alicia Keys won many awards for her song, because I said I watched the Grammys and she performed her top hit, Girl Is on Fire. And I said she did an amazing job singing that song. And so that's what I did. And if you look, there's little codes. I put a C there, and I really honed into and looked at the song Girl Is on Fire. And so I made a connection through that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to practice this. And I have 2 articles you can pick from. So remember, where it says wildfires happen every year. I want you to read that to yourself and make another code. Remember, when you're making a code, that means that you are thinking as you're reading. Maybe you had a quick connection, or maybe it was an interesting word or phrase. So let's think about that. Wildfires happen every year. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I think I might be thinking the same thing of why you put that. Surprised me. All right, keep reading. Ashley, what do you think?
This one? Right top.
Okay, Colorado's.
Wildfires in Utah.
Okay, look. Where? Can you keep reading right here? I said that winter, then it says Colorado's wildfires.
Disruptive. They burn near people's homes.
Okay, so what's that word again?
Destructive.
Okay, what do you think that would mean? An idea? Okay, so maybe you could put a question mark there. Or even say that's an interesting word or phrase and you want to learn about it. So can you put that code above that word? Destructive?
I know what it means.
Okay, we'll get that too. Have you finished?
Yeah. Wait, I need to put something.
All right, so Ashley, what code did you put?
The square.
And what does that mean?
Interesting word or phrase.
And why did you think that was more of an interesting word or phrase? If you didn't also know the word destructive, what could you put there as well?
Question mark.
Question mark, so we can go back and look that word. Does any of you know what the word destructive means?
Destructive means like it can knock down stuff and burn down stuff.
And so how do you think that word was used in this text? Can you read the sentence?
Colorado's wildfires are destructive.
Okay, and
It means they're really bad.
And they took down a lot of
People's homes
and
and killed people, maybe.
yeah. Okay. And Kira, did you have another thought to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Destructive can mean like it's really dangerous to be around.
That is a good one too. And can you tell us about your code that you talked about?
My first code was a exclamation mark, because it surprised me that wildfires happen every year across the United States. And I put
Why do you think that surprised you?
because not a lot of stuff actually like happens like every year, and wildfires happen like every year across the United States, and it could like do a lot of damage to the United States.
So it made you aware of like